It's cold out here. See if anything goes out and catches people. What's happening? What's happening? Let me get back to my truck. I'm freezing half to death over here. Let me show you what we got. Michigan. Michigan. Now, there's a little dirty over there. I'm going to go hide in the corner. I got to take my 10 here. I could personal convey out of here, but why bother? I mean, they got nice bathroom and everything over here, kitchen and whatnot, and I got plenty of food on the truck. And there's just, I don't know, there's just nothing really close by. But I only have an hour left on my clock, so I'm gonna do a 10 here, and it's gonna dump snow on me tonight. It's already snowing. It's supposed to be like 5 inches, 2 to 5 inches or something. So hopefully it's weather advisory is from 7 o'clock tonight to 7 o'clock tomorrow night. So hopefully I can get out of here tomorrow. That's right, baby. That's the heater exhaust blowing nice and hot. Or, yeah, whatever. Okay, so here's the dealio. Did I just say dealio? I never even thought to put this up there. Here's the deal. I'm gonna go bury myself in the far corner, because this facility, you're not supposed to hook, and my headset don't usually hang here. This facility, you're not supposed to hook up to a trailer unless you're taking a load out, per the app and per everybody. But he's like, do you need an empty? I said, yeah. So he said, drop in door 8, take out of door 6. And of course, dispatch said, don't take a trailer unless you're, taking a load out of here. I said, well, he gave me one. If they need it, they'll take it, he said. So he said, okay, fine. So I'm going to go hide so they don't see the trailer and know I'm here, because I don't want them to take my trailer, because then I'm going to have to go find a trailer bobtailing somewhere tomorrow, which you all know that cuts out of my money. I don't need this anymore because I'm not going to go outside the truck. I really got to do something. Let me get moved over and then, we'll look at some comments here. I gotta let Road Assist know the trailer I dropped. I tried to slide the tandems, and the wheels they're rolling. They're not locking. I had to use a chalk to slide the tandem, so they should know about that, so they can get it into one of the yards or get it fixed or something. But they got to unload it. I hope they don't make me take it out of here after it's unloaded and take it to get it fixed. That would suck. Okay, let's go hide. But yeah, I'm at it freaking time, man. Like I said, I could personal convey out of here, but what's the point? It's not going to do me any good other than I get to go try to find somewhere to park when I got parking right here. I'm not under load, so I don't know which way I'm going, so I can't, drive to the nearest truck stop, not towards my load. All right, there's another prime. There's a couple prime trucks over here, but yeah, you're supposed to. Yeah, see, they're all bobtail. You're supposed to be bobtail. You're not supposed to be latched to a trailer, but he told me, hey, pull this out of that door. Okay, I'm taking it then. You want me to pull trailers out of doors for you? I'm taking the bastard. But I'm hiding way over here with the bobtails. You know what? I wonder if I should park with all the trailers. That way it looks nonchalant. No, because I'll stick out like a sore thumb. This way they'll only see my tractor sticking out, because the trailer will be, I'm going to bury it in the damn snow. I'm going to bury that sucker in the snow so they don't see me. How about them apples? How about them apples? Let's get this thing backed in here. Maybe that's why I had a hard... Oh no, that was the truck in the wrong gear. Yeah, when I upload my vlog for today, pulling locking the trailer, my truck did not have power to even slide, move the trailer or anything. Oh man, don't look at me, yard dog. I don't want you taking my damn trailer. And I noticed finally that the truck was in fifth gear, trying to pull a fully loaded trailer and locking, to lock the tandems. So I ended up manually putting it down into first, and then it locked them like butter. But when I got here and I'm sliding at the gate, the guy in the office, he's like, dude, your freaking wheels aren't locked, because I couldn't get it to, he can get out. Damn it, I'm not hidden far enough back. Oh well, I'm pushing snow. I'm pushing snow into the ditch already. You know what, let me go look here. Let's go look together, why not? Once again, I'm out in the frigid 15-degree weather with no coat on. Let's go look together, see if I can back up some more to hide my trailer. Oh yeah, I'm gonna hit the fence back here. Yeah, no, I'm pushing the snow. I'm gonna stay right there. I don't want to get stuck. I don't want any problems getting out of here. Full tank of fuel, nice. Okay, let's turn this camera back around and look at some comments here. Let's get my Super Trucker headset out of here. Let's turn off the we'll leave the CV on just in case we need to hear something, but we can kill the truck. Okay, I'm gonna move it over here so I can see it better. All right, Big John, how you doing? Swade, how you doing? Ralph, how you doing? Walter, yeah, Snow, how you doing? Grunt, how you doing? How you doing? Walter, Delio, yeah, I know that was pretty bad. What's the deal? Delio. Hey, Trucker Girl, how you doing? How you doing? I watched your, not watched your videos. I listened to your videos driving out here this morning. Yeah, all's good, but it's gonna dump snow on me tonight. Hopefully not too bad. And the problem is it's gonna, from the weather report, it's supposed to dump until tomorrow night. Maybe Michael comes in here. He'll have a better diagnosis for me. How you doing, Dad's Adventure? I think Snowbad, the governor wants to raise fuel taxes 45 cents. Also, no more fueling Michigan. Yeah, he must be looking at California, what California's doing. So, okay, I got another prime guy hiding his trailer over here. Good thinking. All right, sorry guys, we got screwed up there and I hit the wrong button to get back. So let's hopefully not everyone ran out of here. Let's see, new sub here. Cool, CPAP. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now go bring all your friends. Yeah, okay, I'm good. Trucker Girl, I'm putting some fuel and I'm looking to cover another 250 miles. That's cool. Yeah, no way I'm getting a load out of here. I got freaking hour, 6 minutes. The only thing I could do is personal convey out of here, and there's no point in it. There's some little crap. Although the guard said there's a casino up there, I ain't got no money to play. I don't gamble anyway, so it wouldn't work. Christopher, time to bust out the lotion. Yeah, you know what? My freaking hands are really dry. So you're actually right. I don't know if I put up yesterday's. Yeah, I think I did. Or no, they're dropping slowly, but there's funny. At the rest area I was at yesterday, the guy next to me, he freaking blocked the, when you come into the rest area, if you tried to go past him, he blocked the area, man. People had to go through the mud to get around him. Lucky no one got stuck. Yeah, I had the circle of death there for a minute. It cut out, and I don't know what I did. Instead of hitting resume, which brings it right back, I hit something, and I had to wait for a minute to get back. I'm back. I'm trying, Dale. How you doing, Dale? Mark, what's up? Kicking back over here. I'm going to do a nice 10. I might be stuck here. Well, I'm going to be stuck here till morning, period. I'm not, unless for some reason someone can tell me that Michigan does a good job on snow. I don't know when they're going to send me a new load. I'm sure it's going to be sometime after a 10. Well, they might do it now and just have it set up for after a 10. Yeah, I just subbed to Trucker Nene. She posted a video and said Prime just announced on Instagram that they were charging their idling policy for, yeah, they're changing for under 30 and over 80 degrees. Just thought you might check that out. I'm already set up in this truck. This is a 2020, and when I got in there, you know what? I put lotion on dirty hands. That's freaking disgusting. It don't feel right. I need to clean my hands. It's, you know what it is? It's time. It's time for new gloves. I don't know how the garbage gets into your gloves, but it does. But yeah, this truck, the mechanic said that this truck, yeah, has already said. I know it idles under 30 because when my APU is broke, I was in the under 30 for 3 days, and it idled. And even here, it idled the whole time I was changing trailers and everything. Over 80, that kind of sucks because I ain't sleeping in. Well, mate, I don't know. 70 some degrees might suck. Timothy, how you doing, buddy? I'm ready for you. I got my brains on. Zach says, had to shut down early in Maine last night. I'm so over the snow. Dude, I hate snow. I freaking hate snow. I don't know what's the point in snow. Yeah, I know it gets us water, but you guys know what I mean. You're all freaking snow can go eat. I'm going to go get me a big ass blowtorch and I'm going to start torturing the snow. Bastard, and listen to it scream. Maybe if I burn up some snow, the other snow will get scared and melt on its own because it don't want to get torched. But I'm telling you, man. Pasta or pizza? Both? Both? Okay. That's it. CB off. CVAP says he books my own loads. Sometimes I think it would be nice to have someone watching the load board for me. Yeah, I bet it would. That's going to be a pain in the neck. Christopher, you ever run into guys you went to orientation with out at Shippers and Receivers? I haven't yet at any Shippers and Receivers. I did. My hands are clean now. I did see them back at Salt Lake. Here and there as we'd stop in. That freaking thing fell apart. Oh, you know what you guys need for your truck? This thing is awesome. I got it at a truck stop, but man, the gauge is really nice. You start up top, push everything to the ground, and then sweep your truck out. Squirrel, fucking squirrel. God, how do I just get off track here? Well, yeah, I've seen him at Salt Lake while I was still in TNT and PSD, but I haven't seen him anymore. There was a couple of them that I know 100% aren't doing it anymore. I was surprised they made it to their CDL. They just, yeah, they're not going to be doing it. Okay, Timothy says snow is UWS. What is UWS? Unwanted with... I have no... What? Am I dumb? I mean, I don't know what UWS is, man. I really don't. Now, you can't abbreviate stuff with me, man. I'm old school. I'm old. If you're doing some kind of text abbreviation, I'm going to be like, huh? Okay, oh, unwanted weather. See, I told you, I'm dumb as hell. But the CVS says, but the freedom is nice to go where I want, away from the snow. Yeah, I bet. That was another reason my my lease dispatcher was telling me, hey man, if you go lease, you'll be able to kind of control where you're going. He goes, you don't want to turn down loads. He goes, but what I would do is I would, you know, knowing that it's your first year snow, I'd kind of work you into it, where it's not real bad. He goes, and also we can just, for the winter, we can cut out certain states. And he goes, if you block certain states, it's better than refusing the load because you're just not getting offered the load there. He goes, and you can do that till you kind of get used to the snow. Well, I said, screw it. If I do that, I'm going to be a chicken poop. And once I drop videos, you'll see I'm going to try to stop cussing on here because you know what? I don't ever cuss in front of strangers, ever. And I don't know why I'm cussing on here. So I don't want people to be offended by it or anything. Ralph deleted his message. Okay. Unwanted lotion. You're an owner op on the spot market. I negotiate my own rates. Yeah, that's cool. I've watched James Hensley and Bubba Nesbitt. Now, I believe they're both doing spot market, but Bubba might, because I know he's running CSRT Malone flatbed division, so he might be getting dispatch from them. But I know James Hensley's on the spot market because he was really bumming when the prices went down. Chris says, when you had the condo, did the wife ever come out with you? No, I only had the condo for a few weeks. We were planning on it, but you got to remember we have horses, dogs, cats, a couple of mice running in the walls that we got to take care of. But no, she's planning on it. We figured when she and then she had to go to work right away because of some money issues that kicked us in the rear end. So we figured when she got a vacation, maybe, to come out, or we'll just do our vacation together and figure out some other time for her to come out. But, you know, guys, I am so don't know what I'm going to do. I am so... The wife wants me to stay over the road because you make good money. We're both talking about me going lease because I can of course I'd wait till April. But I don't want, if I'm going to try to get a local gig, if I go lease in April, 2 months and I'll be there a year and I could go ahead and go. But I don't know, man. I love over the road. My daughter's moving out in 2 weeks. And I just can't see my wife living alone, man. If she fell down the stairs or something, that would just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I was thinking that, Christopher, when I said that, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, no, man, you guys are like family. But what I was meaning, and you'll see that I'm not bullshit. Ugh, damn it, there I went. You'll see I'm not BSing you when I drop today's videos, which are probably going to drop over the tomorrow and the next day, because I still have a couple from yesterday to drop. I even say that when I say new people and you might get younger people like somebody looking and then they have their kid with them type deal. I didn't necessarily mean you guys. You guys know I'm a freak. Did I just say that? Yeah, CPAP sunk for sure, but they will come back. Does the same thing every year. Yeah, exactly. That's like when when that recession hit and all the house prices went to dirt. I kept telling people, man, if you can afford to keep your payment, you didn't lose your job, don't walk away from your house because the prices are going to go back up. And sure enough, they're still steadily climbing. Why'd my truck shake? Is it going to get windy? Oh yeah, the windsock's blowing that way. Big Rig says, I'm taking my wife out this summer to prove to her there isn't lot lizards pounding on the door at every stop. I've only seen a couple lot lizards, and they were so disgusting that not a chance, man, not a chance. But I have had a couple of weird situations. One out in Connecticut, my trainer was just like, man, are you out of your mind? I'm like, dude, I'm married. I mean, she worked there, and I don't know why. She found out I was a truck driver, and it just, man, oh, come on. I got some, some booze in the car. I'm getting off here in an hour. I'm like, no, man. And then I had another gal at a truck stop. And why am I talking about that? It's not cool. I mean, I didn't do nothing. I actually left that truck stop. We were talking and stuff. She's like, oh, I was like, yeah, I'm going to go watch some TV. Da, da, da. She goes, oh, well, I'll grab a pizza. Can I come watch TV with you? If it was somebody I've talked to off the board, that would be fine. But a complete stranger, that's a little weird. That just, I actually left that truck stop. I just packed up and split. Went to the next truck stop. That was just weird. A complete stranger. Oh, let me come watch. I'm gonna get a pizza and we'll come watch TV with you. No, you ain't sitting on my bed watching TV. Although you can. This was in the condo. This truck. If that happened, I can just turn the TV and you can get two views: one from the bed, one from the chair. My wife can't, unless you're talking to Big Rig, but if you're talking to me, my wife can't pass a DOT physical. Timothy, do the motion lotion. Lotion motion. Dan, how you doing? Hey, from Michigan. Obviously, guys, I have some kind of a little connection issue that's going to drop every now and again. Just hang in there and I'll be right back. I mean, it should have been instantly that I came back. I'm in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Am I going to, because you might be able to watch the actual weather on your TV. Am I screwed and do they clean the highways and stuff here really good while it's snowing? Or do they wait until after the snowstorm? Probably after the snowstorm, but it sounds like it's going to snow from tonight 7 till tomorrow night at 7. If you've got any information on that for me, that would be great. Thank you, Terry. It's good to see you too. Yes, Boot Hill, I'm in Michigan, Kalamazoo. I dropped my trailer. I stole stole isn't a word my daughter always tells me. I stole an empty trailer. I'm hiding over here. I can get out tomorrow with it, hopefully. I'm doing a 10-hour break because I'm out of time. I could have personal conveyed out of here, but there's really nowhere to go that is any better than this place. Why is my four-way still on? Shut those off. You guys should have told me. Okay, CPAP says, the first time I ran into a lot lizard was 21 years ago when I was teaming with my wife. They are few and far between. Yeah, I hit one in Washington, and I mean, she was disgusted. She came and walked around and looked at me, and I pretty much went, ugh, and she kept going. I mean, you could tell there was no teeth. You could tell it was cracked out. It was just not good. And I can't remember where I've seen the other one at. The other one wasn't that bad. But I mean, I'm not into that kind of stuff, man. I just ain't. I'm old school. I'm old school. When I'm married, I'm married. I'm not. It's not one of those. I'm married, not buried deals. I'm married, man. I mean, look. There's my 2 wedding rings right there. And then my wedding. I got that because I quit wearing my wedding ring because of my job. I didn't want to reach in and get shocked and then rip my hand out. Because if you go on the internet, I forgot what it's called, but you see a lot of people who take their skin right down, and then they have a bone sitting there, or they rip the end of their finger off. So I went with the tattoo and just put my wedding rings there. Oh, you're probably gonna wonder why I have 2 wedding rings. One is really cheap when I was 18 and we couldn't afford anything when we got married, really cheap. And then this one here is later on in life when we were actually making money. My wife bought me a new one that's actually got some weight to it and some gold to it. I didn't ever replace hers. She replaced them with like grandma's ring and things like that, so I didn't need to ever replace hers. Hey, from New York, Terry. Yeah, New York. That's. I wonder what the weather's like there. I heard that there was a truck that was, and that's what. I don't know, man. I really haven't checked the weather at all because I thought I was staying in. As you guys know, Oh, I dropped that video. I thought I was staying in Tennessee. I'm going to Kalamazoo, Tennessee. I don't know what it was. I was driving when... What am I doing this for? I was driving when I got the dispatch. So I pulled in to get my empty, and I just put the 01 in there, and I quickly glanced over, and I must have seen the 01 Tennessee and just had it in my head. But, I mean, you'll see. I don't know if it dropped yet already from yesterday's drive in. You'll see I say I'm staying in Tennessee. I'm going to Kalamazoo. What a dummy. They plow when the snow stops. Okay. So I'm pretty much... yeah, CPAP. You'll see I apparently don't have a great connection. So if I drop, you instantly can come back. So just sit around for a minute. Michigan is horrible at cleaning their roads. Oh, thanks, CPAP. Pretty good, Wheezy. Everything's good. Hope things are going good with you, man. I'm getting ready to get dumped on tonight with some snow. I need to get out of here though, because I do not want to have another crappy week. What's happening? Oh, he says G. I don't know if you're calling me G, because I don't know what G means. I'm looking. Is there someone with the name G? Well, if you're talking to me, hey, what's up, Brian? Timothy says, no, in Michigan, you just pick up plow blades as you're driving through. Boo Hill says, be careful those maybe Vice undercover lot lizards. Man, if they're using them women for undercover lot lizards, they're wasting their time, because ain't nobody going to be jumping on that. Now there's been a couple of times, and it was both times it was at a TA, you get somebody calling over the CV, hey man, where's the lot lizards? Anybody see any around here? Let me know. And that's kind of gross, man. I mean, you got Tinder and all this crap that you could go to instead. Let's see. Big Rig says, I like the wedding ring tattoo. Man, it's safer and greater degree of commitment. Yes, my wife ended up getting one too, because I was getting mine. She was like, well, I want to do that, because she was actually the one who found it. It was Jimmy Fallon who ripped his finger, and she seen it, and she's like, started looking it up, and she pulled her rings off, said, because she rides horses and stuff, and you can catch it on the saddle horn getting off, or her pommel. She don't ride with the saddle horn, or on anything, the horse trailer. So she pulled that ring off and said, I'm going with you to get a tattoo. She actually asked me to get this. She's because she kept, why don't you wear your wedding ring? And I was like, because of da-da-da-da. I don't want to lose a finger. Dan says Kazoo might get 1 to 3 inches. Okay, Kalamazoo. 1 to 3 inches tonight. They are pretty good with keeping the roads clear. Sounds like no major problem for you. 1 to 3 inches probably isn't bad, depending on where they're going to send me. But see, the weather warning was saying 3 to 5 inches. I don't know what that would be like. Oh man, it's going to dry out. It's a bummer. When I was at the yard, I picked up double-sided tape for my Duran tire monitor, because it's all ghetto right now. When I first got the truck, I literally reached up and I bumped it and it fell off and was hanging down to the radio. So I ghetto taped it up there. And when I went to Springfield, or when I was out there, I got a nice piece of double-sided tape, and I was carrying 3 bottles. I couldn't believe he gave me 3 bottles of washer fluid. I put 2 in, because these trucks, if they're empty, will hold 2. And I put 1 in my side box. And as I was walking, it folded over on itself, and you couldn't unstick it. That sucks. I mean, I got a piece of double-sided tape. Okay, that's what I thought. Their double-sided tape sucks. This thing was hanging when I got the truck. You can see how thin it is. And, it's that fake, grained stuff, so it's going to be hard to stick to. I cleaned it with an alcohol pad before I put it on. But, yeah, that stuff's hard to stick to. Big John says, my radar app is a good one to have. I have it. I mean, what? You just go, okay, there's the thing over where you're going to be. That sucks. That's all I do is I go, ooh, that's going to suck. What I use the weather route, and I put my route, and you can put your address in if you want, and it's been dead nuts. Is that cussing? It's been dead nuts. No, that's peanuts. Dead nuts. Every time I've used it, it says in my route it's going to start raining here. It's going to be this. And you can put where you're going to take your 10-hour break, and it will give you like yesterday or when I was going to Tennessee, I forgot to put my 10-hour break in, and it showed beautiful all the way there. Then when I realized I forgot to put it in when I was started my 10-hour break, I put my 10-hour break where I was at, and now my drive going in was going to be raining, and it was. And that's where I got my that's where I get my weather from, and it's been right on going, everywhere I've gone. It's called my weather route, and it's free. I don't know how much it is to get rid of the ads, but I'll probably do that once I get a few bucks going here. Steve Dandrigo, I hope so for David's sake, but I've always had bad experience in the snow in Michigan. Now I know I won't do Wyoming at night. I've done it twice. I won't do Wyoming at night. I've done it twice. What I keep saying that. Oh man, one time it scared the hell out of me because I've ran into some slick spots. But the last time I was in Wyoming and I ran during the day, it was one big slick spot from end to end. So now I've got some experience driving on that, and I realize that's not like black ice where you just slide off the road like that bridge. That sucks, man. I didn't know. I thought my dash cam completely relied on being plugged into the truck for power, but apparently it holds a little bit of a charge, so it kept running when I unplugged it and overwrote that accident. So now if I ever see something like that, I'm going to just pop it and pull the card out of it. I have a bigger card, but I put it in and it's the wrong card, even though it's a micro SD card. It said, no, you need to insert blah, 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 blah. You use radar, that's all you use. Try that weather route. You might like it. It's quick and easy, man. You just it gives you right from point A to point B exactly what your weather's going to be, and it even says going to have slick roads. Although it said there was going to be slick roads in Indiana coming here. Hey, Alex, how you doing? And slick roads to other states, nothing compared to Wyoming. There was some spots that it looked like water melted on the interstate and then refroze. But it was only like, one tire length. You're not hitting it with the whole vehicle, so it was no big deal. It was wide open running. Yeah, it sucks that because the whole thing was on the dash cam, and the dash cam a lot of times is better quality than this camera. But that stupid thing overrode it, and I just got a bunch of after. It was what I was going to, because I knew the interstate was closed down. This happened at like 168 or something like that. I knew at 153 traffic was stopped because there was an accident at 150. They were taking cars off and rerouting them. But yeah, man, having to stop on the interstate like that, I did not like that at all. And then I had to back up because I got my front wheels on. And as soon as I was starting to turn to get over into that left lane because they pooped it. And because that's what everybody was doing behind me. They were like, no, left lane. And as soon as my wheels hit that right lane, the truck, it was starting to turn. And as soon as I did, it just slid straight. And I did not want to get my drives on it because I went with it a little bit. And I was like, no, it's not going to catch. So I stopped before my drives got on it, even though my trailer would have stopped me because it was still on the good surface. I probably wouldn't have been able to back up. My wheels probably would have just spun. And I don't know if you could just keep spinning your wheels until it heats up and melts the ice, but I got to get a bag of kitty litter or something on here just in case. So I ended up backing up. Well, you guys seen it. I backed up far enough, and as I started backing up, that front end just started sliding over to the way the bridge leaned. And you couldn't tell that bridge was downhill. So if you started sliding on that, you know, release the brakes and try to steer out of it. And I didn't touch my brakes, obviously, going down it. And I started out really slow. And then, of course, the truck shifted. And once it shifted, it was on, man. I think by the time I left that bridge, I was probably doing about 45. I started out real slow. But I didn't like that one guy who was next to me that stopped, that he started going on that bridge while that guy was in between his truck and his camper. Because if he started sliding, he could have killed that guy. Because that guy shortly, he was picking up stuff off the interstate, and he shortly just pulled down and off the bridge. But yeah, that was dumb of that guy to go. Like, he could have killed that guy. It's the first live feed. Oh, cool. I've done a couple of them. The last one I did was pretty, I had a lot of people in there. But, yeah, you know, all I can do is beg for likes. 9 likes, 28 people. Okay, whatever. What? I really don't know what... There goes another like. I really don't know what the likes do and all that. They're starting to climb now. And all that, because I've really never researched YouTube to see how it all plays out. I know by Chad Rich and Crazy Bags that you have to have over 1,000 subscribers for it to monetize an X amount of viewing hours. But I got a ton of viewing hours, man, a ton. But you know, it is what it is. I'm not looking to. I mean, it would be nice to make a few bucks on here to where I can get better equipment going, because I think I fixed that problem with the sway in the camera. Today I'm sitting out doing my 30-minute break, and I'm like, let me look at the settings in the camera, and I seen where I enabled the stabilization. So I undid stabilization, and the camera don't look like it's swaying anymore. But now it's got, you know, you can hear it tapping, like the mount is, I don't know, like a tick, 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 like something's bumping on the mount or something. I got to get a new mount, though, because my phone keeps falling off that magnetic mount because of the bumps and stuff in the road. So I'm going to get one like I had on the trainer's truck, maybe. It grips around the phone, and see if that quiets it down. Dad's Adventure says, how long was it after you filled out your application before you were at training? About a week. Well, you know what? I think they contacted me in a week, and then I elected to go the next week because I had, you know, things I wanted to take care of. And I was so scared to do it, man, because I had a successful business, and I was leaving the business to my employee to run and my wife while I went and did this. It was scary to do, man, but no regrets yet. The weather right now is good. It quit snowing. Oh no, it's still snowing, but just barely snowing. I'm in Michigan, Kalamazoo, so hopefully that weather they say we're going to get is going to be BS and we don't get it. Oh, I should whip down my laptop to where I can read these comments without getting all the way up here, but if my wife pops in, I'll do that so I can make her a moderator, because I did switch the accounts. I figured out how to do that. Alex says, I started my training as a yard jockey today for Fry's food distribution today. Cool, that's cool. I don't wonder, I mean, is it good money doing that kind of thing? Uh-oh, I just got a required load commitment to picking. Oh, man. I hope they're not dumb enough to... No, I only have 35 minutes left now. I ain't picking nothing up right now. I wonder what time it's going to pick up, though, and where. Alex, you watched almost all my videos. I hope you hit the like button on all of them. I appreciate that, man. I really do. I've got a couple of things I want to do videos on. So there it is. That shows you are about to enter the state of Arkansas. I'm going south. Yeah. Woo! Woo! Sorry, guys. I'm going south. Sorry, guys. South. Yeah. 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 I'm sorry, guys. I'm going south. F you, freaking snow. Bye-bye, Michigan. Bye-bye, Wyoming. Bye-bye, Salt Lake City. Bye-bye, New York. Bye-bye, Northeast, Idaho, Wisconsin. All you bastards. I'm learning my states out here, guys. I wasn't a good student, man. I wasn't a good student. As a matter of fact, history class, I walked into 8th grade. I walked up to the teacher. I said, look, teacher, I don't give two poops what's happened yesterday. I only care about what's happening from now on. He goes, okay. He goes, every day come in, do roll call, take your chair, and go sit outside the door. I said, okay, cool. I spent all 8th grade sitting outside my door for history. And yeah, I just, and other classes. Dad's Adventure, are you gonna get into trucking, or are you already in trucking, thinking about it? What's your story, man? What's up, Mr. Brown? How's the oh, you already read that one? Oh, dispatch activated. Let's see when I'm picking up. Let's see where I'm going. Interstate Cold. Okay, I'm gonna be, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm dropping in Rogers, Arkansas. And I'm picking up, obviously it's going to be over here, Fort Wayne, Indiana. Oh, wow, okay. I came up Fort Wayne. So I'm going right back where I'm going. I might get out of this mess. Because I think Michigan is where it said it's really going to hit. I think I had seen no signs for Michigan, so I don't know if is Kalamazoo near Michigan? I can't look it up because I'm on my phone. You've watched also. Big John says there was a driver that not long ago crashed through. I'm sorry for going like this. What an idiot. Crashed through sides of bridge and landed 10 stories down in Mirror Lake. I think I read about that. Yeah. That scares me. When that bridge, I thought about that after I went. I mean, it was not very high. Well, it was K-Rail type stuff. It wasn't very high. And I thought to myself, I was doing 57 miles an hour because I was running off the pedal. And when I started down that hill and I seen that line, if it was a short bridge, it wouldn't have bothered me so much, because by the time by the time you start sliding a little bit, you're back on the pavement. And never overcorrect, man. Just if you slide to the left, just boop and hold it. Or the right. And but when I seen how long that bridge was, and I knew it was icing, my mirrors were starting to ice, and it just didn't look treated. It didn't look right. I backed way off. I probably, by the time I seen him wreck, and I was probably doing maybe 50. And like I said in that video, I instantly, because I was coming up to it quick and downhill, I instantly started on my brakes and went harder, realized that I wasn't going to lock up. So as I was holding the brakes, I pulled it into number 2 exhaust brake. I mean, I keep calling it exhaust brake because that's what I've had on all my other trucks, because they weren't semis. The engine brake, and held on to it just in case those drives wanted to lock up, which I didn't think they would, because I'm running all brakes at the same time. And I just slowed down as hard as I could. I did not want to hit that bridge for nothing. But yeah, if I would have got on that bridge and jackknifed, I could have easily went over that bridge, and that was death. That was, if you go over that bridge, you're dead. That was a high bridge. No, I think that guy died. It was, yeah, he died. It was 2 people in there. They said, "Hey, Trucker for Life, how you doing? How you doing?"
Alex is not bad. Double fatality. Yeah, it was. KW Rebel, how you doing? I'm sure you're not saying LOL to the double fatality. Um, okay, looks like you guys are talking among yourselves, I believe, because otherwise I just don't understand. Okay, yeah, KW, Alex, Dad's Adventure. Thinking about it, Dave. I've wanted to for a long time now. Just trying to convince my wife now, and I'm getting very close. Hopefully, won't be long. Do you have any kids? Small kids? It's hard, dude. Being away from my wife is horrible. She's digging it. I can't believe I was so afraid she was going to be, no, I don't like this. Come home. And I asked her, I said, when I go do this, her and my daughter, I said, if you guys, I would really like you guys not to sit and go, oh, when are you coming home and all that stuff, because it will make me feel bad out here. My wife's loving it, loving it. She's, because she's got freedom. Me and her has always been like this at our hips. And she's like, this is so cool. She's going to church on Wednesdays and Sundays, Bible study and stuff. She's just got a lot of independence. The only problem I was talking to her today about is I just don't like the fact that we have such an old house. If something goes wrong, I'm not there to deal with it. Like, our toilet is coming loose off the floor, and it's like that thing break. But like she says, I called it because I bought a home warranty through I looked one up and got a warranty through a company, and $60 they'll come out. They fixed the air conditioner one time. No qualms or nothing. They can come out and fix that toilet, I guess, but I just worry about her being, especially the bedroom's upstairs, man. It's like and it's a straight flight down. Our old house, our old house before the house we had a staircase that went to a landing, turned, and went down. So when we'd fall down the stairs, I fell down the stairs many a times. It had carpet, you'd slip. You only get to go a few steps, or to the landing, or to the bottom. This is all the way a flight down, but they're wood steps, and they're pretty wide. I've never had a problem running up and down them, but I've only been to the house a half dozen times. Arkansas is Tornado Alley. Yeah, guys, and I have no clue what to do in a tornado. None what to do. I had a trainer at Salt Lake who lives in Texas or something. He goes, man, I'm experienced with these. He goes, what you want to do if you're driving a truck and you see a tornado, he goes, you stop that truck right there on the side of the interstate and you go lay in the ditch. Lay in the ditch? I'm going to get sucked up and thrown a million miles. And now if I see a whistle, one of those tunnel things that go underground, the water drainage thing, I'll go climb in one of those. But I ain't going to go lay in a ditch. I think I might take my chances in the truck. Freaking drop the trailer so I can make a U-turn and go freaking backwards. I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. I was driving through some small town and they did a tornado horn test. Scared the living day. I'm driving. I'm like, what the frick? Where's it at? Somebody help me. And I see all these places that always say storm shelter, tornado shelter. It's like, where? What do you do? Is it when you see that sign? Is it far enough to just run to? Because I can't get my truck down these little streets or little driveways. I just don't know what to do. I guess I should probably Google it. I'm picking up in Indiana, Fort Wayne, Indiana, which means I'm going back. What was that? I'm going back 94 back to the 64. Or no, I think it was 94 to 69 to the 64. Or was it the 65? And that's going to take me right in there. And, well, I can tell you exactly how I'm going to go. Go like that, go like... No, that's the drop. Go like that, go like that, go like that, go like that. Still better than snow. Yeah, you got that right. You got that right. I mean, the chance of getting hit by one is slim to none. That's the other thing. Where we live in Missouri, you can get tornadoes, although our city has never been hit by a tornado yet. We have a root cellar, but the door to get into it, my wife, she says, oh man, if there was a tornado, I can open it. But it's heavy as hell. You can't open it. I have a hard time opening it. So it's like, do you put a lighter door on and then just make big slide latches to latch it? I don't know. If a door got ripped off, will it suck you out of a storm shelter? I don't know, man. I just don't know. LOL on the lotion. You guys, I love the lotion, man. It just makes your hands feel so dry, although my hands feel dirty. Probably after this live feed, I'll probably walk to the bathroom and wash my hands. I can't stand dirty hands or dirty anything, really. Okay, Dad's Adventure, you have one son who turns 16 in April, and I think he will be okay once he gets his license and can drive himself around. Yeah. See, I couldn't, that was one of the big things once I had my daughter, you know, by then I was well in a career in the appliance repair business. Oh man, my hat's all jacked up. And, okay, do me a favor, everybody. Look away. Look away. I'm going to take my beanie off. Ha! You thought you were going to see, didn't you? I forgot I can make you look away. I might as well do a little advertising for Prime. You know, until I don't believe in them. Once I don't believe in them, then they ain't get no advertising. But right now, I think they're a good fit for me. Let me lower my seat. No, I didn't fart. Or my butt didn't burp. I said that in Chad's feed the other day. Man, my butt burped. I didn't fart. I just thought it was funny to say. He didn't know what I meant. Your butt burped. Yeah, but and you know, I found out, and I don't know, I got to talk to my fleet manager, but it said 1 day out, 7 days out, you get 1 day home time as a company driver. If you're leased, you do what the hell you want, but you got a big truck payment, so you're probably not going to do what I'm going to suggest. And you can go home every 3 to 4 weeks. I've been doing every 5 to 6 weeks, and it's like, well, you know what? If I go home and I only need to go home for a 34-hour reset. If I go home, if I tell my fleet manager, hey man, is this 3 to 4 weeks thing's real? And he says, yeah, I'm going to be like, all right, well, 3 weeks from now, let's figure. You don't need to. For this type of thing, I would like to get home on a Saturday or a Sunday, when it's convenient within 3 to 4 weeks. You don't have to, you know, screw your Prime out on running out a route or something to get me home. And then you don't need to do like you did that one day. You sent me from Denver back to the yard on home time. And that freaking load was going all the way to Florida. It was a good run, but I had home time set. So if I can do that, that's almost like a regional run, man, or a regional run, or you guys know what I'm saying. You're getting home a lot. I've took a lot of home time though. When I was with my trainer, man, I had like a week home time when I went to change my CDL to California because he got stuck up north in California. For a few, it took him a couple days to get to California from Salt Lake, and then he got stuck in Northern California for like a couple of days, and then we did 10 days before I upgraded. It actually turned into 12 days because it turned 11 days because on the 9th day I was like, you know what, I should probably go apply for a truck, and I drove out there, and it took 2 days to get a truck. Dad says, so I'm probably going to wait till mid-April so I can be here for the birthday and give him a car. Give him a car. Nice. Yeah, that would be cool. I started in June. It was nice because it was all good weather. I wanted to start in winter. I wanted to be on a trainer's truck in winter because then I would have learned, okay, you can drive over this. It's safe. The first time I seen a slick road in Wyoming where you had that patch of packed snow, I wanted to drive right into a damn ditch, man. I seen that coming. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to fucking die. Oops, freaking die. I'm going to die. And I slow way down to like 30 miles an hour, and I get on it, and I'm like, don't move, you're going to slide off the road. And all of a sudden, all these trucks go, and this wasn't bad in the right lane. The left lane was screwed. All these trucks, zoo, 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 zoo. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm being a baby. And that's how I learned a lot what I can do on this stuff, is by watching other trucks. Dad says I'll be using you as my referral for sure. Oh, I'd appreciate that, man. Any extra money that can come in is freaking good for me, man. Because I got to put at the house. I need to remodel my bathroom first. I got to put the floor in it from years of water leaking on it. It's a raised foundation, obviously, so it's a wood floor. It's really, I mean, you walk into the bathroom, and when you walk into the bathroom, the toilet leans as you take steps. I bought the house knowing that, but I was going to have a lot of money in my bank account to be able to do this, but that didn't work out. I mean, I saved, you know, I don't regret having to spend the money on what I had to spend it on, but it sucked that I don't have the money now that I thought I was going to have, you know, to do some painting in the house. We did have enough to put new floors in, thank goodness, because the floors, we found out the people that owned the house originally were good people, but didn't put money into the house. And then the guy who bought it to flip it, his daughter moved in for almost a year, and she had little kids. They were crapping on the floor. Their animals were crapping on the floor, and they were just leaving it, and it was getting smeared in. The neighbors said, yeah, they came over to visit a few times, and they just stopped going in their house because it was gross. So it's like, oh, thank you for telling me that now. And we literally, when we bought the house, we couldn't get the floors cleaned. You'd get out of the shower and put on shower shoes. We finally got the bathroom, you know, after scrubbing, but the kitchen floor, the living room floor, and, you know, the bedroom floors where they ripped carpet out because the carpet was all poop. So it was the original hardwood, which is, you know, it wasn't finished. So we got carpet upstairs, and then new fake wood floor downstairs. So that worked out. Well, I'm telling you all that. I don't know. Squirrel. Okay, so let me get back to this. Grant, you saw my head on Instagram. Hey, man, if you scroll down, you'll see a Throwback Thursday picture of when I was 18 and I got married. You'll see, and my wife was 24. You'll see, I mean, when I was really young. And then I think I've got a picture when I was like 16, you know, and I had the longer hair, the flannel, white t-shirt, jeans, Vans. That was me, man. My from 6th grade on, Vans, Levi's, white t-shirt, and different color flannels. That was my mom would go shopping for me. She'd buy me a bunch of, you know, Fruit of the Loom shirts like this that were white, a few flannels, a couple, you know, a few pairs of Levi's, and a couple pairs of Vans, and I was good. I call you Grunt, but it's Grunting Solid 29. I can't figure that one out. Johnny says, back in 2011, Joplin, Missouri, yeah, I had a terrible tornado, one of the worst I've ever seen. Yeah, it tore half that place apart. You go over there and it looks pretty good. Dad's event, he says, don't do it. Dad says, I want to start in winter for sure. Same reason, but I'm used to snow being from Michigan, but still being in the big rig in the snow is different story. I'm betting it's probably better in a big rig because as long as you're loaded, bobtailing, I spin the tires on this thing. It tells me when I bobtail in good weather, a little bit of rain maybe, going on a freeway entrance, it tells me wheel spin, let off accelerator, and then a few times I've stopped, it said, what did it say, anti-lock braking or active something braking, may have poor surface. Those back wheels, there's no weight on them, man. You have no traction at all. And when you're empty, yeah, I'd hate to drive on the snow, snow and stuff. But when you got weight on, you're golden. I think they're probably better in a car, but I don't know because I've never driven a car in snow. I drove a Baja Bug in Gorman, in California, which is off-road, motorcycles and stuff. And I went whomping through there in the snow, but I was off-road. I wanted to start in winter. I didn't have my ducks in a row. Cool, you check it out. Dad's Adventure says, and being mountains, even just rain can be sketchy. Yeah, the mountains, coming down the mountains, because I-80 in Wyoming, you've got some pretty good downgrades, and it's slick. You're driving on freaking packed, you're packed snow. That Prime guy was staring at me hardcore. I wonder if he's going, hey, he got a trailer. I'm going to go find one. Don't freaking bitch and make him take my trailer. But go on that packed snow, you can't use your engine brake. I guess I should just start calling it a Jake brake. I want to look up what brand it is, because Jake is a brand. It's actually an engine brake or a compression brake. Jake is a brand. I don't think Jakes are on these trucks. I think Jakes were on all the old Peterbilts and stuff. But you can't use that. So first thing you notice when you're loaded going downhill or stopping in general without using your exhaust brake is difficult. It just doesn't want to stop. So using your engine brake is, almost mandatory. Now, there's certain times I'll use the engine brake even when it's, not the greatest surface. Not in slippery stuff, but I don't know. It's probably fine because it's snowing, but nothing's really sticking to the ground. But I'll use it, just number one, just to help the compression a little bit. But I keep my hand on it, ready to pull it out, because it drops the engine brake pretty quick. As long as you pull it out and just goose the throttle a little bit, it pulls it right out. It's your Xbox tag they gave me when I set up my account. I've never changed it. Okay. Okay. I have a Google game or some gaming thing on Google or a Google Play or something, and it's something ridiculous that makes me laugh every time I see it. Jackie probably was excited he saw a YouTube celeb. Oh man, Junior Honduras in my live feed last night. Yesterday, that was exciting, man. That was exciting. Oh, this water's warm. It's been sitting on my dash, and the heater makes your whole dash hot. It's been blowing right on it. Yuck. Dad's Adventure news is showing only about an inch expected down where you're at. Nice, man. Nice. And if it's just powder, sweet. Powder don't do nothing. It's that packed crap that scares me. I'm at the 94, I believe. Oh, I can give you the direction now of how I'm where I'm going. Didn't I get? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go to I-94. 0.3, 20, 27, 28 miles on the I-94 to the I-69 to Fort Wayne. 80 miles to exit 315 on the 69, which is going to put me on I-469. 10 miles exit 19B to State Route 930, so I'll have to check that and make sure it's truck friendly. To 930 now. It's okay. 930 US 30. Okay, it's a US 30 East. I'll have to check that. That's what State Route 90 is, or 930 is US 30. I'm not going to be able to. Let's see. We got 1 mile, 0.1, 0.4, 0.4, 0.3, 0.1, 0.42. Oh, okay. So when I get off on those state highways, it's for like a mile and a half, and then I'm at my stop. So I'm golden there. I don't even have to check my atlas for that. That will be in my that will be in your macro 19, which you don't even have to use it anymore because that last mile comes on your phone app now. So it's a total of, oops, I keep closing it. Resume, boom, boom, 120. Okay, so I'm gonna deadhead 125 miles. So as long as there's not strong winds, I should be good. And so it's a deadhead 125 miles. See, on the app it will tell me all this, but I can't open it on my phone. So let's see, to Tennessee, how many miles that's gonna be. Well, I was just there. Oh, but I came from there, so I think it was like just under 500 miles to get here. Yeah, Junior is a good man, Jack. He seems like he'd be an awesome trainer. Awesome trainer. Is that you? Sorry, David H. I mean, I loved it when I was at the terminal. When I showed up, a dude pulled in next to me. And a few minutes later, he came up and said, "Hey, you're that YouTube guy, David." I was like, "Yeah." And then when I was leaving, I can't remember if it was Roberto or Alberto. I write the guys' names down on my phone so I can give them a shout out. But he's seen me walking and said, "Hey." Hey, Jack, you sound like my wife now, calling me a dork. He's like, okay, yeah, you know what? No kidding. I can put it in my fridge and just grab another one out of my fridge. A nice cold one. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. How about that? Let's get my bacon back in there because I'm going to wrap a couple of hot dogs and bacon tonight. Have me some yum yums. Exactly, Dad's LOL. Let's see what Dad says. He's looking at home. Fred, I meant to say, Fred, I meant to say, Fred says, I meant to say, are you already at the 9? Oh, I thought you meant I-90. Duh. Yeah, I already dropped my trailer. And this place here, it says on the app, you're not to take a trailer out of here unless you're taking a load. So when I came in, the guy asked, "Do you need an empty?" I said, "Yeah, actually I do." And he goes, "Okay." He goes, "Put yours in door 8 and take the empty out of door 6." I said, "Okay." I go, "Can I do my 10-hour break here?" He goes, "Oh, yeah." He goes, "But if you do that, they might take your empty from you if they need one." So I'm chancing it. Well, when I called in, my fleet manager said, "Yeah, if you're going to do your break, don't take an empty." And I replied, "Well, I already got an empty hooked up. And if they need it, they're going to take it from me." And he said, "Okay, that works." So I'm hoping, I hid way back in the corner here. I'm hoping they don't see I'm attached to an empty because I'm parked next to a trailer. So maybe it's hiding my trailer. I don't know. And they won't come take it from me if they need one. Because I was actually going to PC out of here because of that. But I didn't want to go hunting for a spot. Although, if I knew I was going to go, I could still PC out of here. I can PC out of here anytime I want. 2 in the morning, 3. Yeah, because I just don't want to brag. I could get out of here anytime I want to go to finish my break. But but you see, the later it gets, the chances of you getting a spot are slimmer. But they have a nice bathroom Coke machine and stuff in here. But I don't want to bobtail out of here because then I got to go pick up a trailer somewhere. And I went on a trailer run one time where they didn't have the trailer where they said they did, so I had to go over here, over there. They paid me for it all. They do city to city. So if you're leaving one city to go to next, they go, okay, you're leaving Kalamazoo to go to whatever other cities in Michigan. Did I say earlier? Never mind. If I did, nobody called me on it, so why bring it up? Video I'm going to drop probably in the next couple of days about driving over here. My trailer, let me not put this in the direct heat path. Put it right back in my refrigerator. Duh, it's right here. My trailer, I mean, I had that trailer all day, and I pull out of my fuel stop, and I'm going to the freeway, and I look over, and the right side of my trailer's bulging out. Like, what the hell? So I don't know if something fell over in the trailer, or if the trailer was just like that and I didn't notice it. But how do I drive all the way here? Because I look in my mirrors all the time and not notice it. But they're going to be unloading it in a minute, so I guess I'll get a call from dispatch. Hey, man, your freaking load's all falling over. But if it did, hey, it should have been load locked. But I went back and I only made that. I would have to make a left turn to jack that load up. I made 2 left turns getting off the interstate, which is on video, so you can see I left nice, and leaving the fuel stop. And you could see I left nice because I noticed it before I made my next left turn to get on the interstate. So I have proof right there that, and before that, before getting off there, all my turns were right turns. So I have proof that I didn't do anything, man. What are those? Are those ducks? Down south? Whoa, ducks down south? What the hell are those? Vans I can't wear Vans anymore. They're too flat. I bought a pair not that long ago, and I wore them once. We went to see Social Distortion at, well, shit, that was like freaking 5 years, something like that. We went to see Social Distortion at the, I can't remember what it was in Hollywood, and my feet were killing me. I never wore them again. Jack says, yeah, now you're being smart. Yeah. Sometimes I can help. Johnny says, hey, David, I have some real nice property for sale. Good. Does it have a bridge in Brooklyn, too? Christopher says, how long are you going to leave your hazards on for? I already turned them off, but yeah, I know. They were on for a while. I always forget to turn them off until they start driving me nuts. Yeah, I did that. Oh, was that on did I drop the video today that I said that? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, because that was my very first one. I'm going to Kalamazoo, Tennessee. What a dumbass. Dumb butt, not dumb. Jack says, you got a bathroom to hit up when shit hits the fan. Yeah, there's a bathroom right there, man. They have a nice, he was telling me, if that's what you're asking, and you're not doing some kind of slang that I don't understand. Yeah, there's a nice bathroom in there, and it's got a microwave and Coke machine and all that. Well, I've got Coke here, I got a microwave, I got food, so the only reason I'll go over there is to wash my hands and use the restroom. Taco Trucker Lover 99. Dude, I keep telling my freaking fleet manager, you need to get me to tacos. I want tacos. Either send me to California, Castake preferably, because that's where I used to always hit up when I lived out there and worked out there in Santa Clarita, or send me back to Laredo. I was sick when I went to Laredo, so I couldn't hit up none of the taco stands. But I was bothered, you know, you have the yard right there. You cut that damn trailer off and go bobtail to the taco stand. You can't PC at Taco Truck says you can't PC when you're when you're dispatched. You can, yeah, absolutely you can, as long as you're doing it. Couple reasons. One, not to, because you don't want to interrupt your rest break. Like right now, I'm dispatched. I can go because not to interrupt my rest break. Or two, if I was super trucker parking it somewhere and they told me to get the hell out of there, they say an official tells you, but anybody, or just because I want, this DOT's not in here, right? Or just because I want to get out of there. Oh man, official. Yeah, okay, I'll move. You can mow. You can go. When you're bobtail, yeah, you can use it whenever. When you're bobtailing. Now, what was it? When you're under a load and you got cargo, you can use it. You can use it to get to a safe haven, and the same as empty. But yeah, no, you can definitely use it when you're under a dispatch. Now you can't drive if there's a truck stop here and the way you want to go is this way, and the first truck stop is way over here. You can't drive towards your trip if there's a truck stop closer. You have to go to the nearest safe haven, which is always, I don't know how it works out that way, but it's always towards where I need to go. Jack says, look at the thought process. See smoke? Dad's adventure, at least the truck won't be moving. You know what it is? I'm getting behind on these comments, so you guys are saying stuff, and I don't remember what I said to make that doubt. Okay, let's see. You will be advancing. You'll be advancing while you're on a load. Yeah, that's fine. You're totally fine doing that. It's because you're getting to a safe haven. If I couldn't park here, I'm out of time. I need to go to a safe haven, which is your nearest parking spot. It's totally fine. You can look it up online, and it tells you this. And Prime Logs Department tells you the same thing. It's like when I got here, I went on duty and I did a drop and hook call and a vehicle inspection call. So that's covered. So, and then went on, did them and then went on rest break. So if I couldn't stay here, or because I wasn't sure if I was going to or not, I didn't have to interrupt my rest break, and I can go wherever I want while you're close to safe haven, and then shut down without going back on duty to do the truck inspection and everything because it's already done. Yeah, that's all legal. Zip code to zip code. Yep, that's how they give you your miles everywhere. Like, my miles would have been from the zip code where I was at in Tennessee to Kalamazoo zip code. Whatever. You are a YouTube hit. Whatever. I like that. Capital too. Whatever. Now you put 9056. That's either a meaning or whatever was taken, and you just added some numbers. But yeah, thank you. I hope so. I like this. It's fun. Jack says, I said that forever ago when you put your water back in the fridge. Pay attention. You guys ought to know by now I have a hell of a time paying attention. It's because of my medication I'm on. It really, and I'm not BS, and that's part of why I wanted out of my appliance thing, is it screws with your it's for chemical imbalance in the brain. Oops, I screwed up my focus. And it screws with, it even says when you look up side effects, is it screws with your memory and concentration and all that. You ever trucked through Oregon? Yeah, and I love that one truck stop. I was in TNT. My trainer was sleeping. I'm coming out of Washington, going into Oregon, and all of a sudden I see a truck stop, exit 1. You had to exit the interstate, and there was all this construction, and you were in the far left lane. You had to shoot all the way over, and I'm like, I think that was like my first truck stop I ever went into, and I was never really told what to do at truck stops. So I got off, and then it had a sign truck stop over, and then I got over, and there was a truck, and then it said turn your lights off. I'm like, the frick? And went through it and got back on. I've hit that one a couple times because I've been to Washington solo and came back through Oregon. Hey Keith, how you doing? Jack says, David H, will you train me? LOL. If I had my training credentials, I would. Let's see. Patrick says, do you have to enter your PC travel in the ELD or document it some other way? No, it has to be done. It has to be done on your ELD. Here, look, I'll show you. Oh, 733 miles is where I'm going. Hours of service. I'm off duty right now for the last 2 hours. See, if I didn't want to interrupt those 2 hours and I needed to leave here, what I would do is I'd change. No, I don't. I wouldn't. Yeah, I'd change. I'd hit personal conveyance right there. And then you change it over here to personal conveyance. And then you can make a note on this one. Like say I went to a truck stop and there was no parking, I would stay on personal conveyance. I'd make a note right here, no parking at, such and such. I never do those notes, but you're supposed to, I guess. You got to remember, guys, logs are only really valid for 7 days. And they're valid for, I forget how long. If you had an accident, they could actually pull your logs for 6 months. I can't remember. I think it's 6 months, something like that. Don't quote me on that. But DOT can only ask for 7 days worth of your logs. So once 7 days hit, oops, I went over. Sometimes sometimes it's a gamble. Sometimes you got to play Russian roulette with a fine. Keith says, doing good. What does squirrel mean? Well, squirrel is it basically means I've lost focus and I started, like if I'm talking to you guys about, my trailer was, the tire blew out on it, and, it kind of sucked. Oh, wow, there's a McDonald's over there. That's kind of cool. That's squirrel. Because it's like you just, squirrel, I see a squirrel, or, you can even say, lizard, whatever, but it's always been squirrel. I don't know why. But it just means I've talked and I either focus and I'm wandering, or I actually start talking about something else in between. And you'll notice that in my videos. I'll be driving and I'll be like, yeah, and da-da-da-da-da. Oh, like today, I was getting off to go get fuel, and I'm talking about something specific, and I seen a White Castle. I'm like, oh, I haven't eaten a White Castle in 10 years. And then I go right back to what I was talking. That's a squirrel. I just completely get off track. Okay, yeah, look at that. There's 25 people in here and 24 likes. Only one of you don't like me. I'm just joking, guys. I mean, I dig the likes. Again, I'm not 100% sure what they're for, but yeah, I just think it's funny to say that. Doing good. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah, I was caught up. See, there was no more comments. Now all of a sudden, like 5 of them popped up. Johnny says, David, get that spider off your shoulder. What? Dude, there ain't no spiders in the truck. They freaking can't. You're a funny guy, Johnny. You're a funny guy. Unless, again, that's slang for something. I don't know what a lot of slang is unless you go back to, gnarly and hang 10 and ride on, dude, and things like that. Exactly. Like when a dog sees a squirrel, it has to chase it. Exactly. Keith says, okay, thanks. Jack, the likes and interaction with your channel is what makes it appear more. Okay. See, now I have 22 people and 26 likes, 27 likes. So I'm dropping people watching, but the likes went up. That's kind of cool. It's neat. Yeah, because I mean, obviously, Junior High, I must be popping up as recommended because, yeah, I am, because I looked in the head that, because that's the only way I can think. Junior Honduras found me, and a couple other people, I think, found me that way because it says in the analytics. And a lot of people found me from that Prime Ink. That's why I put Prime Ink in there. That is the number one way people are finding me, is they're Googling Prime Ink. Prime Ink. He says LOL. Johnny says ha ha ha. Patrick says lizard. First thing comes to your mind. Yeah, I know. He says awesome dude. Whatever says zip code. You're gonna have to go further with zip code because I don't know what you mean by that. Johnny says just kidding you. Oh, that's fine. I'm cool with that. Do you say your name Imabi or Imaybe or I maybe? I'm not sure. Anyways, I'll. He says hi. First time to chat. David, I like how the D and how it skipped. It does that with me sometimes. And you hit like. Thank you, man. First time viewer, I hit like. Thank you. Thank you. Jack says we'll put hashtag Prime Ink in the title of your live feed, dork. Well, okay then. Why the hashtag? I thought I just have to put Prime Ink. Or are you just, or Jack, are you young and you're the hashtag generation? Because for the longest time I would have said pound Prime Ink. I couldn't get on the hashtag thing. I'm like, freaking hashtag, that's a pound sign, man. Big John CVAT Trucker recommended you in his live feed. That's why I'm here. I hope you don't mind. Oh, well, of course I don't mind. That's cool. That's cool to hear. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Okay, so see, that's another thing. I'd like to know who has channels so I could go check them out. So CPAP Trucker has a channel. So what I do, because I'll go, oh, I'm going to check them out, and then I forget who it was by the time I'm off. CPAP Trucker. Jack, the numbers in his name are his zip code. I knew that, man. I was just joking. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Okay, let's see. Numbers. Okay. Yeah, any more payroll videos on the way? Yeah, I'm waiting to get 4 with the lightweight because I have 3 with big 30 and 1 with the lightweight. So it's like, you know, why do those ones? So I'm going to wait 4 for the lightweight, and I'm actually going to do the payroll video, and this time I'm going to do with mileage, how many miles I did that week, so we can kind of get an average of how many miles I'm running a month, what a weekly mile deal is. But yeah, they'll be coming. I'm always going to do them. It's just I got screwed up between the 2 trucks. Just put hashtag Prime Ink. Okay. Whatever it says. Choice Mass channel. Choice Mass. Oh, I heard. I didn't know he had a channel, but Guilty 718. I think that's like his dude, because he gets all excited when he comes in. Choice Mass. Wait. Choice Mass. Is that CPAP's? Is that CPAP's channel, or is that just another channel? Maybe I'll go back to all my live feeds and change or add hashtag Prime Ink. Yeah, that I could do that, Grunt. Um, that's another channel, whatever. Okay, cool. Christopher says, got to get some rest, working at 2300, 321, 11 o'clock. Tonight, I'll be listening while on patrol tonight. Cool, stay warm and safe. Nice. You stay warm and safe also. On patrol, I take it you're a police officer? Is that a little police dude right there? Oh yeah, I think you're the one who always talks to DOT. You should just do it, add the hashtag. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Absolutely. Now, do I add the hashtag in front of all my Prime Inks when I put Prime even on my regular videos? Fred says, to see your average miles, go into the Prime app and click on the tab for My Prime Portal, then click on My Fuel, and this has your 4-week average miles and it has your 8-week miles. Okay. Okay, so it's I'm a believer. Okay. That's cool. I'm a believer. Okay. I thought your name was Amabi Levere. It's like, okay, he could be from, another country or something. Some people have some pretty wild names. Matter of fact, my dad, I don't know how serious he was, but he was originally going to name me Javelin Mohawk, is what he's told me all my life until he passed away. And my mom confirmed that, yeah, I wasn't going to let him do that. Let's see, what's better? Uh-oh. Why didn't my backlight turn on? Let's try that again. Oh, there we go. My mom said, I wasn't going to let him do that. My name was originally supposed to be Kenneth Joseph. And then my dad, his name was David. At the last minute, said, no, and he threw. So now my name's David Kenneth Joseph. I have 2 middle names. That's always been a pain. Jack says, I would love to, I would, LOL. It won't hurt anything by doing it. Okay, cool. There should be a place for tags. Put priming, training. Yeah, I was doing that. What I've been doing is I've been putting the actual title in for tags because it says you should do that. And then it says add some. And I've added I've added that. But on the phone, if you put too many, I mean, not that many, but it's too many for it, and it won't let you upload. And I haven't done anything with the computer yet on how to do that, I've never loaded anything on the computer. That computer's so old. The only reason why I brought that computer with me so I can play Roller Coaster Tycoon. Oh, and to look at my pay statements, my pay settlements, because on my phone it was too small, but I realized turn the phone sideways and it makes it bigger. Whatever, don't judge. Patrick says, have a good one, gotta go. See you later, Patrick. You do the same, be safe. I'm a believer. Mom knew the future, no mohawk growing there. Yeah, no kidding. I would have just used the middle name because, man, that would have been a screwed up thing. Jack says Roller Coaster Tycoon Worlds. No, it's I think number 2. I don't think that's Worlds. That's just part 2. But I've been playing that since 1, or I know it might be 4. It's one of the later versions. It's one of the later versions. Jack says LOL. So apparently I said something funny again. Apparently he probably used something in code word and I screwed it up. Because you can do that to me real easy. You know what I mean? Oh, you know what? When does this freaking load pick up? That's what I wanted to check. That's important. Let's see. Load requirement. Warning. Arkansas load assignment. Okay, let's see. Brief for set point. Pallets card. Mileage is 105. Oh, it had the mileage right here. Mileage is 105 and then loaded 677, which is going to be the 7, what we said. Number of pickups 1, number of stop-offs 1. Oh, this part doesn't say. Okay, the pickup is going to be on the 5th at 11 a.m. What is today's date? Today's the 4th, ain't it? Okay, so it picks up tomorrow at 11. So yeah, hopefully I can get out of here. Spot trailer, no. So more than likely that means that it's going to be a live load. Although sometimes it's still a whatchamajigger. Yeah, it's probably going to be a live load. So I got to figure out where to get this trailer washed out tomorrow. God, I wish I knew what was in this trailer because it's pretty clean. I wonder if this place takes meats. You know, I'm going to ask on the way out. Do you guys bring in meats? And if they say, yeah, I'm going to say, you wouldn't know what was in this trailer if I give you the trailer number. Because if it wasn't a protein, I'll just blow it out. But I'm a firm believer, man. If you got a protein in here, don't risk it. That could be bad news. Prime can lose a whole load and even possibly lose a customer, you know, if it happens enough, because that's contamination. But obviously if they lose that load because you didn't wash the trailer, I bet you anything you're paying for it. Well, if you're leased, you're definitely 100% paying for it. But if you're company, I bet you're gonna. Yeah, tomorrow at 11. Yep. Hey, Prophet, what's happening? I'm a Believer said, heard you were in Muff. Yeah, you're probably okay. Yeah. Yeah, that hard to say place in Tennessee. Yeah, I was there this morning. I left there this morning. That place, that name is Murfreesboro. I can't say it. I don't know if either of those are right. Maybe they may not. Oh, I gotta throw these in the refrigerator because I'm out. Okay, the comments have died. Give it a minute, see if anybody else has anything else to say. What's happening, Jonathan? What's up? What's up? You must be older if you're doing the what's up back in the day. Or you could just be saying it like that. But, let's see, does this... let me see when it's dropping. It's going to drop the next day at noon. So they're giving me a freaking whole day to get it there. Oh, and it's a spot, so it's a drop and hook on the end, which is great. If any of you aren't truck drivers yet, drop and hooks are beautiful, but especially if any of them's got to be a live load, let it be your pickup. Because when you live unload, they have to count all the products. So not only do they have to take it out, break it down and put it on other pallets, and sometimes it could take 2-3 hours. I'm going to tomorrow. I'm going to Indiana. I'm picking up in Indiana, and then I'm dropping in Arkansas. So I'm going south. Yes. Yes. Yeah. You prefer legendary status. Okay. No, I didn't see the I-70 avalanche today. I don't know if anyone else did, but yeah, they had an avalanche on I-70. I didn't get a notice that it was closed. We usually get notices about that kind of stuff. The I-24 going south at mile marker 40 in Tennessee is still closed. They had a mudslide, I think last Thursday when I was going north. They had it on the south side. I haven't tried the Dr. Pepper baked beans. She took them with her. She bought those. What she did is that day we were supposed to have beer brats with the baked bean, the Dr. Pepper baked beans. When we got home, Walmart somehow, we left a bag or something because we were missing the beer for the beer brats, and she refused to make them. Between that and my daughter's dog pissing on the floor, we didn't even eat dinner that night. But she refused to make them because Walmart, she was missing eggs, the beer, I don't know, like 3 or 4 items, probably a bag full of stuff. But the weird thing is, the only thing that was on the receipt was the beer. Now, her stuff went through before my stuff, because how we do it is stuff she's getting, we'll put a divider, and then take my stuff, put it in the shopping cart, and then take my stuff through. That way we have separate areas on the cart, so I know this goes to me. They don't put my stuff in with her stuff. So her stuff went through, so it's not like the stuff stayed on that conveyor and went into the people behind them. I don't know what the hell happened there, but it was weird. But old will do. I'm 40. 40, yeah, you're not that old. Like me, I'm not that old. I'm 47. I feel like I'm 147. Jack said, I didn't even know they made Dr. Pepper Bacon. Yeah, neither did I. She's seen them. She's like, oh, I'm getting these. All I can think about is them tasting like Dr. Pepper. It's like, I don't know about that. Oh my God, 14 killed in tornadoes in lower Alabama. Damn, that sucks. How come my news app ain't popping this? Oh, you know what? Yeah, I got news warnings today on my news app that I have while I was driving up here, and I bet you they said something about those. But when I got here, I was looking for something, and I scrolled them off off the little thing up top. Taskbar or whatever it's called. Big John says, did you drop off there where you're parked, or are you waiting to get loaded? No, I dropped off here. I dropped off here, and I'm hiding this empty trailer because you're not supposed to take empty trailers out of here. So I hooked up to it. And I'm hiding it because they can, if they need it, they'll come get it from me, and then I'm gonna have to find a trailer tomorrow. Because normally you don't bobtail into places. A lot of places will say, don't bobtail here in our notes. This particular one, Spectre doesn't say on this, but it could say on the Macro 19 not to bobtail in. But I might have bobtailed in there, which would have been nice because then I wouldn't have to clean a trailer. But usually, I mean, I've seen several blue beacons on the way here. So I think there's one right up the road, as a matter of fact. So I'll be able to get the trailer washed out, no problem. The latest you saw was over 20 killed. That sucks, man. I didn't think people died in tornadoes. I thought they had warnings so they can get out of the way. That really sucks. I'm freaking melting my damn cookies. That heater blows right on things, and that's the one thing I'm missing is somewhere to put my cookies. I always get a box of these cookies. They take me forever to eat. I try not to eat. There, I can put them right there. Damn, right on my empty bottle bag. I try not to ever eat anything sweet fast. I mean, they'll usually last a while, and it's to give you some, a little. Because if you start craving something sweet on a truck and you have nowhere to go, that sucks, man. Johnny says he heard 23 were killed in Alabama tornado. So said, yeah, that big time sad, man. That sucks. That's really bad. I don't like to hear when people die like that. I wonder if it was, and not to be funny, but I wonder if it was a trailer park that got hit. It usually seems like trailer parks is where people die. It's like tornadoes and floods are attracted to them, but it's not that they're actually attracted to them. It's just they're vulnerable. You know, if it's not a big bad tornado and it hits a house, it's going to tear some shingles off or something. Or you have a lot of those places have storm shelters, to where I bet a lot of mobile home parks, because it's usually people don't have a big income there, and mobile home parks a lot of times aren't in desirable land areas, so they'll flood. That sucks, man. That really sucks. But yeah, this drop was actually supposed to be dropped tomorrow at 8 p.m. But it had a note in there that it can drop within 48 hours early. So I drove it straight here from Tennessee this morning. I knew I was going to almost bust my clock, which I drove more hours than I wanted to. And tomorrow I'm going to go pick up, and I'll probably, depending on how long it takes me to pick up, I probably will be able to get it most of the way back there. I mean, halfway at least, is what I mean to say. It is about 15 degrees here. Is last time I seen it was 15 degrees, and that was when I parked here. I could probably see. It's 11 degrees according to the weather app on my phone. Now, it's funny, if you guys noticed earlier when my phone went off and I said, yes, I'm going to Arkansas, before I got a dispatch, I got a warning. It said, all I seen was warning. What does it say? It's still up there. Yeah, warning, you're about to enter the state of, and I can't see the rest, but I know that warning. It says the state of Arkansas, and then it tells you, I think it's US 63 or State Route 63. There's a weight limit on one of the bridges, and I think it says there's no way around it, or there's no warning. It's a 48,000 pound weight limit. So it warns you to go, if you're going that way to this particular area, to take this or take that. Well, I've gone that way, and the both GPSs route you around it. 58 in SoCal. What part of SoCal, Ralph? I used to live in the San Fernando Valley, and then I moved to Santa Clarita Valley, and then to the Antelope Valley. And I lived in Burbank and Glendale, man. I'm all over the place. But I grew up in Arleta in the San Fernando Valley till I was 18 and got married and moved out. Yeah, I seen that. My truck already has that new idle deal on it. Which is funny, because I just argued with Road Assist when I took Big Dirty in to get the APU serviced. I'm like, change my freaking, nope. Not doing it. You're a company driver. And then when I got into this truck, and I said, well, you know what, I hate to tell you this, but one of the things on your checklist is, did the truck shut off after 5 minutes of idling? And this truck didn't. So when I took that list into the shop, I said, well, this truck didn't shut off after 5 minutes. It stayed idling. And they go, yeah, no, that's set up that way. Anything under 30 degrees. And it was 29 degrees that day in Springfield. I was like, oh, cool. And he told me then that, yeah, because of, I guess, a year or two ago, it got really cold, and a lot of trucks had problems with their batteries. That's why they make you buy jumper cables, they said, because you can jump your truck off your reefer, and vice versa. You can jump your reefer off your truck. You know, they have those studs sitting right there off next to the catwalk. Johnny says, if you have a tornado shelter, by all means use it. Tornadoes don't mess around. I personally know of an entire family killed in a tornado. Nice big house, looked like matchsticks afterwards. That sucks, man. Yeah, my heater's blaring right now. Because the heater wasn't actually broke. They fixed my heater. When I first got the truck, the heater was installed backwards. Apparently, this new guy there kept installing heaters backwards, and from what I understand, he no longer works there when I went back to have him fix my APU. But they reversed my heater, hooked up the fuel line to it, primed it, and the heater worked. The problem was once I moved the truck back and started taking things, the heater only worked for about 15 minutes, and then it died and error coded out, and that was because the APU quit working. So once they fixed the APU, then the heater started working again. I'm in Kalamazoo, Michigan, Jason. I dropped the load here. I dropped a trailer here full of product. Oh, man. And I'm waiting. I'm doing a 10-hour break. They let you stay on their lot for a break, so I'm doing a 10-hour break. I pick up tomorrow morning in Indiana, about 105 miles from here, I think it was, or 155 miles. I'm going to pick up there and then take that load to Arkansas. What's up, Mackay? Just woke up. Just woke my lazy ass up. That's good, dude. I only slept about 5 hours, if that, last night, man. I'm so beat. I'm going to sleep like a freaking baby tonight. So I'm probably going to get off here pretty quick because I got to eat still and I should be going to bed. Jason says he'll be at Salt Lake City on the 11th. Hopefully I don't get your trainer. Yeah, hopefully you don't, man. Hopefully you don't. You'll know right away and just dump them and go somewhere else. I'm a believer. That's a song, man. He says, "Ella, did you wipe after dropping?" Okay, so you realize why I'm laughing. I just can't say that freaking without laughing. I used to listen to Howard Stern, and they used to play this one clip. I'm not going to say because I forget. I leave this feed up, and women might hear it. I was going to say there's no women in here, so I'll say it. Not that I know of. There could be people listening, but there used to be an adult movie they had a clip off of that said that over and over, and it just it just was, every time I say it, that's what I think of, and it makes me laugh. Big John says, how comfortable? Well, if it's because you're a big guy, it's gonna suck, but no, not really. Jonathan says, who is your trainer? I'm not gonna say, it's not fair. I don't want to drop names because you know what? He may very well train you differently. I personally don't think he liked me all that much, but he was kind of weird because we were really cool, then we weren't. We were really cool, then we weren't. Our politics weren't the same, and even though I didn't care, I don't think, no, he didn't care about that. I just don't think we clicked, and no, never mind. Well, you know what? I don't know. I would just get told, don't ask questions, go to bed when I'm done driving, and things like that, and that kind of crap just don't fly with me. I want to, not that I think I'm going to train, or I might, but I know they say at the end of the year, they're going to make it to where you have to be over the road 2 years before you can be a trainer. So I'm going to ask my fleet manager if I can become a trainer while still driving this truck and decide to train later, if they'll let you do the classes so you actually are a trainer, or do you have to start training right away? Because I know you can take someone out and then take a year off. It don't matter, so we'll see. Just because I don't know what my future is going to be doing this, I just might as well not want to wait 2 years. Oh, back to the beds, Big John. The top bunk sucks ass. The bottom bed is freaking awesome, man. It is awesome. Love it. Better than my bed at home. Jonathan will be there in about 3 weeks. Cool. Jason, well, Jason, you probably realize I just answered that. I'm a believer. You're a funny dude. I, I used to be able to recite that saying he used to say and sound just like him. Um, when he was down in the hole telling her that, it was funny. Hey, Tom. Tom says, so you don't think you will drive long? No. Here's the thing. I don't know. Me personally, I would like to, in April, switch to lease to see how that does and start training. But then I'm thinking, because my daughter moved out of the house and my wife lives alone, I'm not worried about her taking care of herself or anyone breaking in or anything like that, because we've got dogs as warning systems and we've got shite loads of guns everywhere. So you're sitting on the couch, you're done. You're in the kitchen, you're done. Back door, you're done. Upstairs, you're done. Bathroom, you're done. There ain't no place in that house you could be where someone is gonna walk up on you where they're not gonna be done. And my wife, we go shooting and stuff like that. She knows how to shoot. So does my daughter. And we're all three of us are a firm believer. You shoot and ask questions later. When I was home, if my wife, what was that noise? I don't go and investigate it without a pistol in my hand. I'm not one of these guys that are going to go downstairs or go look in the window and have somebody punch me in the face through the glass. No, man, you're done, man. And I'm a firm believer. You're done. There's you threaten me or my family. I ain't going to be one of these. I can't do it, guys. And I don't think my wife or daughter would be either. I trained my daughter when she was a toddler to sit and she'd just punch me in the face. I'd tell her to do it because I knew when she got older, I didn't want her to be afraid of punching somebody in the face if she needed to. I wanted her to know what it felt like. Yeah, I'm kind of weird. Okay. You'll be there in about 3 weeks. Okay. Jason says, are you going to train people? We got that answer. Buffalo Bob. Yeah, no, because and if I go, see, one of the things is I'm thinking, because my wife, to go local just so I could be there with her if something goes wrong. But she's like, you're out of your mind, man, because you're not going to, maybe after 2 years or so, because a lot of companies that seem to be the better paying ones require 2 years. I just don't know what I'm going to do yet. But I think I'm going to go ahead, because I've got June, I'll be here a year. I'm not going to be stupid and leave there before my debt is paid to them. But I think in April, I think I might go ahead and lease. If I decide not to lease, because I'm still really on the fence on that, because I have to do a lot of calculating, with insurances and everything, then I'll probably go ahead and go back into a condo and train. Oh, I love this little truck, though. Once I figure out the money situation, because what I really want to do is I would really like to stack cash for a year or two so I can fix up my house quicker than I'm going to do it by not training or not leasing. Yeah, it does. That's what I heard. Sounds like your house. Yep. Jay says, since you're a company driver, how's the home time? We'll work with that. I'm going back and forth with company and lease. Well, a company driver, I've been going home when I plan home time 5-6 weeks. I've been home a lot more. One time I was driving, I just happened to, twice I could have took my 10-hour at Prime at the terminal there and went home. One time my wife met me and we, for 10, 11 hours we goofed around. And I don't mean that way. I mean, we went to dinner and lunch and this, that. The second time she wasn't feeling good, so I just kept going. And then I've done 2 34-hour resets at Prime and went home. I just came back out, Sunday? I was at home Friday and Saturday. Yeah, because I got there Friday night, which 34. Friday night, I spent home to... Saturday night was 24 hours, and I came back Sunday morning to do a 34-hour break. Before that, I had to stop by and get my APU fixed. No, I did that in Salt Lake City. Oh, I switched trucks, so I was home for a couple of days doing that. I've been home a lot. But anyways, you get 1 day out for every week, 7 days you work. And the website says 1 day out for every 7 days you work. Home times every 3 to 4 weeks. They want you to stay out at least 3 to 4 weeks. So, I mean, you can get a lot of home time, but it affects your money. And that's like the lease guys. I don't think they take much home time like throughout. I think they'll just go home for a week or so. Because as a company driver, I don't think you can go home for more than 5 days at a time. If you do, and you have a legit reason for it, they'll take your truck from you and you have to get another truck, because that's what I was told anyways. I think it's more than 7 days they might pull your truck, because they don't want a truck sitting around. That's why they don't like 34 resets. They're like, why have our truck sitting around for 34 hours when you can just recap it, as long as you have good recaps and keep going. And it, you don't affect your money as much. Lease, it worries me because that payment is huge, man, and you can get in a hole and not come out. That's why I'd like to have a couple thousand aside before going lease, because if something happened and I got in a hole, I talked to a guy. I finally ran across a guy that is a solo lease guy. And he said that, yeah, when he went lease, his first 3 weeks, he didn't get a paycheck. He had an issue that caused a tow bill, and Prime was like, no, you're not paying this $30 a month. And he had no paycheck for a couple weeks. Yeah, it does what it's up. Next Level Trucking. Hey, David, did you hear about the new Prime idle policy? Yes, I did. How you doing, Next Level? Yeah, I did. This truck I'm driving now, it's a 2020 Cascadia. It has that idle deal. It has that idle deal where it will idle if it's below 30. You're a firm believer. I'm a believer as a firm believer. What did I say? Jonathan says I was the same way with my 3 girls. Yeah. Jack says just do PSD training and you'll be in Springfield more. Yeah, during that training. But you know what? I mean, I don't know, man. PSD, $300 a week. And then if they trifecta, you get like 600 or 700. I can't remember which. And then you get a little taste of, if they're there for 6 months, there for a year, you get a little taste here and there. But PSD, dude, you're dealing with somebody that's never driven a truck before, most likely. And I've heard some horror stories about, when I was at Salt Lake, PSD guy took his PSD out, and within a couple days, dude rolled his truck. He was in there. The trainer was in there all bruised up and needing a loaner truck. I would rather do TNT because you're getting their miles and everything. Plus, you could end up being in Springfield 2, 3, 4 days every 2, 3 weeks, which if they don't trifecta, you're going to lose money. I mean, imagine being there. When I went to train, we were in Salt Lake for 3 days because we came in the day before. I had time on the pad. So that was 1 day, and then the day of training, and then the day of testing. So 3 days. My trainer actually went in the negative that week once they took his truck payment and everything. The only way he made anything is he made the 600, 700, whatever it was, because I trifected. So that PSD, the 300's okay, but he swears up and down you lose money. That's why I'm surprised Crazy Bags wants to do it. But then again, my trainer could have been BSing me. But I think I would do TNT before I, until I got a little more huevos to do a PSD. Big John says I would lease until I had minimum 10K in the bank. Repairs are expensive. You wouldn't lease. Well, from what I understand is you start immediately with number one, the truck comes with a warranty. The first, you get a bumper to bumper from leasing for I forget how many days, and then the truck has, if you get a new truck, it has, they're all going to have drivetrain warranty, major expense warranties, because Prime doesn't keep the trucks when the warranties are up. But if it's a new truck, it will also have all the warranties other than maintenance, you know, fans, water pumps, anything. My trainer, anything that went on his truck was covered. So, and then you're putting a maintenance count out there for, you know, your, because if you get a new truck or a newer truck, the only thing you're paying for is maintenance on your APU and your PMs on the truck. You shouldn't be paying. Oh, and tires, which they start a tire fund right away. But by the time my trainer, when I got on my trainer's truck, he was changing his tires. The 4 drives were like $3,000, and then the steers were like $1,500 or something like that. And he could care less. He had it. He had that truck for a year and a half, and he had all that money saved in his tire fund, and he still had money left over after he did all the tires. So Prime, technically, talking to the not the leasing, talking to the fleet manager in leasing, he said they try to set you up to be successful, so you're not stuck with these repairs. The one guy that got goofed up, I don't want to say, well, we don't know who he is, but he basically got himself stuck in a situation. It almost sounded like took down some power lines or something with some lines, but he got himself stuck in a situation where he had to get towed out, and it was, you know, it wasn't a good deal. But if you're gonna lease like not a Prime truck, absolutely, because you're on it 100%. Oh, and if you lease you can buy extended warranties on these trucks. I guess the used ones and whatnot, they were telling me. But it sounds like they got you, because that was one of the things I was worried about, because Big Dirty had some failures, airlines, this, that, and the other, that would have, some of it would have been under warranty, and some of it would have been out of pocket, but I don't know if it would have fell in, because it happened quickly. I don't know if it would have fell in, the Prime warranty. Now, when I broke my belt, from what I understood, I would have paid for the belt, but not the idler pulley that went bad. But that whole bill from TA coming on the side of the road and everything was only like $300. It wasn't bad at all. And of course, you don't pay for anything on the trailer. Tom says, do you think too many new drivers go into lease before they know what the real cost is? Oh, absolutely. For how many guys lease, but then again, not everybody does videos on YouTube, because there's a few horror videos on YouTube. Now, Prime's lease isn't a great lease. I'm not going to kid you. Looking into leases, it's not a great lease, but you can get into the lease with no money down, and it's a walk-away lease. You can literally walk away. The only thing you'll be on the hook for is that first week's payment, which they defer. So your first week leasing, you don't have to come up with it if you have any, you know, issues getting out of the yard or anything. They defer it over a year. You can pay it over a year. But I would recommend, if you have that first week and you can, to pay it, or at least pay half of it, pay something, you know, pay it down within, you know, a couple of months or something. But I also see a lot of guys who are like, they stack so much cash leasing, but then what are their bills at home? So I have bills at home. A lot of these guys coming into Prime, they're young guys. They're you know, they're living with parents or whatnot. They have no bills, no nothing. They just stack cash. More like 20K. I think that 20K deal, 10K deal is if you're actually like a lease from, like, you know, one of the leasing places. I don't think you need all that for leasing at Prime. Jay says, I was thinking company and stack some cash prior to lease, but I live in Idaho, so I may have to lease. See, I was going to move to Idaho, and they told me that was no problem. And there's actually they have a few customers in Idaho that you can drop trailers at to go home and things like that. Now, the other thing about, what was I going to say about leasing that I found out? Damn, I can't think. I can't remember what I was going to say. I lost my train of thought. Let me look at a comment back here. Don't again now. That can do it. Did you tug the string for snow? Did I tug the string for snow? Huh? Tug the string. Well, I definitely tugged the string. It's on my YouTube. No, it's on my Instagram. If you guys want to see me tug a string, I tugged a string when I took my 30-minute break, and I kind of walked around the truck to make sure nothing was falling off of it. I got lost in my comments. Okay. Jonathan Smith says, what's the new policy? Okay, if you're asking about the idle policy, it's below 30, above 80. If you're asking about training policy, come January 1st, they're going to, I think it's a DOT regulation that you need 2 years experience to become a trainer. Otherwise, I don't know what policy you're talking about. Jack says 875, no clue. Jack, in TNT, you get their miles if you're company. Well, you get their miles if you're leased, too. My trainer was getting all my miles. Now, you're probably going to think, well, no, he wasn't. He was getting a percentage of the load. Yeah, but we were getting that load that takes 5 days. We're getting it there in 2.5 days. So he's getting those miles. You know, because I was no BS, man. I was running 11 hours a day if need be. Okay, it says Johnny says, what's your health benefits cost? Does Prime pay any of it? Yes, they do. They have different plans. Now, for us living in Missouri, they only had one plan to choose from. Other states, they have some, less expensive plans, and it shows you the different benefits. Now, Missouri's weird, man. There's no freaking insurance companies out here. If I go lease, I have a choice of one insurance company for health insurance as a private individual, and it's Ambetter. But they seem to have good coverage and not that expensive. But anyways, my insurance coverage, it cost me $157 a week. That covers me and my wife. And it seems to be good, man. My medication and my wife's that used to cost us a good amount of money every month, mine's like $8. Hers was like $12. And when I went to the doctors, it was just co-pays. My wife too. It's not a bad deal at all. The other thing, and then after your year, and this is where I have to do some math between lease and company. After a year, that freaking weekly payment, I want to say it drops to like $48 a week, or it could be 70. I can't remember what it is, but I consider it a substantial raise because it technically is a raise. You're making more money. But yeah, Prime pays for some of it. And then after a year, they pay a lot of it. Idle under 30 and over 80 degrees. Schedule appointment at Prime Shop. It takes 50 to 20 minutes. Okay, cool. Yeah, my truck came that way because it's a 2020. Jay says, how bad does it suck through with 2 people in the truck? The only part I really didn't like is sleeping on that top bunk while that truck was going down the road. That was scary as hell. Now, if I was training, the student would be sleeping on the bottom bunk while the truck was going down the road. So that's a little creepy, but you just have something to throw, like the student bring a sleeping bag to throw over the bed. You take your blankets and pillows off, throw it up on the top bunk, and he puts his stuff down there each day. That's just the way it's supposed to be done. And technically, you're supposed to net yourself in. Yeah, it sucked being up there. And then the smell factor. my trainer like farting and I'd gag out the window because he's really bad. And then I don't know, he just would go a little long between showers sometimes, and it really was gross smelling when he would walk by me to sit on the passenger seat while I was driving. I shouldn't say this. This is just, if you're on there, just make sure you're getting showers. I was getting a lot of showers, unless we ran hard, then we missed a few. But, I'd get a lot of, go ahead, go, I'll do it later, and then later never came. I have no idea what my trainer's still doing. I didn't keep touch with him at all. I believe he is. He's been at Prime a long time, 7 years. So I don't see, all he had to do was go do a logs class, and they would, reinstate his training. He couldn't train until he did a logs class because of how bad my logs were when I went to upgrade. He says, did you get your CDL permit out of California? Yeah, if you're going to Salt Lake, you get your permit first. If you're going to Springfield, you get it in Springfield, because that's just the rule in Springfield. You have to have a Springfield permit. But yeah, I got my permit. I had to do a DOT physical and get my permit in California. And then when I went to Salt Lake, I did another DOT that they paid for. And then got my CDL there in Salt Lake. And then once you get your CDL, then you got to go just transfer it at your home state, which means you just got to go to whatever licensing bureau you have and walk in, and they just transfer it and change your license over to your state. Okay, I got to turn down the heater, man. I'm baking in here. Actually, let me turn it off. Get some freaking air going. I'm a Believer says trainers should have a 5-star rating with reviews that you could review. Absolutely. I think a couple of things. I think every year a trainer should go be tested on what he's training. Make sure he knows all the rules and stuff. And then I think their students, when they're upgrading, I think they should be also tested on reading atlases, reading know how to use the GPS, know how to know how to do a lot of things. You upgrade. I upgraded not knowing anything. Didn't know how to work the Qualcomm, didn't know how to read an atlas, didn't know nothing. I just learned. And that's what I was going to say about leasing. I would go company. I'm glad because I would have had a issue my first month. I probably would have lost a lot of money. But that was the wife, so I'm going to let you guys go. Let me just see a couple of these. Is that new truck carrot on the stick? Is that new truck carrot on the stick? I don't know what you mean about that. Carrot on the stick, like leading you to the... I don't know, man. Catch you next time. I'm out. See you later, Big John. I'm out too. If the leases sound too good to be true, watch out. Yeah, the lease at Prime does not sound very good. I mean, it's not a very good lease. I think trainers should have to be retrained at some point. Absolutely. Hey, Trucker Girl, you're catching me as I'm leaving. Prime policy, no sleeping on top bunk while truck is... Absolutely, I know. But you know what? I bet you 90% of the trainers make their students sleep up there. At least mine did. I thought I was Prime's policy for students. Yep, it is. It absolutely is. Actually, I believe it's against DOT regulation to sleep on the top bunk while the truck is moving if it doesn't have a security net. But it's Prime's policy, whether it does or not to have anybody up there while the truck's moving. Yeah, you're right. I'm right. Yeah, right, Tom. I thought it was Prime. Okay. What fuel station does Prime company drivers use so I can go ahead and sign up? You want to sign up for at least Loves and Pilot. They were using Loves heavily when I started. Now they're almost usually using Pilot exclusively. I haven't been to a Loves. The only time I go to a Loves is when I fill the reefer and it's the nearest one by. I'll tell them, hey, open up this account. But they used, TAs and all that, but and some oddball ones. But mainly you want to get a Loves and a Pilot card. Okay, guys, I gotta go. I gotta go talk to the wife. I gotta eat, and I gotta go to bed. So I will talk to you guys later. He's in the process of telling us by Melissa. Okay. Oh, there's Melissa. Hello, Melissa. Hey, I'm calling you right now. I'm just shutting this down. Okay. Talk to you guys later. Thanks for coming in. We'll talk to you.